What if I told you that today, in just a few minutes, you could listen to a story in English, understand it clearly, and even practice speaking it with me? Imagine enjoying a story while also improving your English at the same time. That is exactly what we are going to do together in this video. I will tell you a simple, short story for beginners. The words will be clear, the sentences will be easy, and the story will be fun. By the end, you will not only know the story, but you will also feel more confident using English in your daily life. Welcome to Minspwong English, where I help you learn English in simple, powerful, and enjoyable ways. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe and like this video, because every week I share new lessons that help you speak better English, step by step. You can also leave me a comment to tell me where you are watching from. I love seeing how many countries join us here to learn together. Now, let's begin our story. It is about a girl named Anna. Anna is a beginner in English. Just like many of you, she lives in a small town, but she has big dreams. She wants to travel, she wants to meet people from around the world, and she knows that English is the key to opening those doors. But Anna is shy. She is often afraid to speak. She studies grammar, she memorizes words, but when she meets someone who speaks English, her voice becomes quiet. Does that sound familiar? Many learners feel the same way. One day, Anna decides to go to the park in her town. The sun is shining, the sky is blue, and children are playing. Anna sits on a bench with her notebook. She writes some English sentences. Practicing by herself, she whispers, "My name is Anna. I like reading. I want to travel." Suddenly, she hears a voice. "Hello," someone says. Anna looks up. It is a young tourist with a friendly smile. "Can I sit here?" the tourist asks. Anna feels her heart beat faster. She knows she must answer. She takes a deep breath and says, "Yes, please." The tourist sits down. For the first time, Anna has a chance to practice English with a real person, but will she be brave enough to continue? This is the beginning of our story, and as we go on, you will hear more conversations, simple sentences, and useful words you can use in your own life. Remember, do not just listen. Repeat after me when you can. Speak out loud. This is how you will learn faster. Now let's continue. The tourist says, "My name is David. I am from Canada. What is your name?" Anna answers, "My name is Anna. I live here." David smiles Anne. These are short, easy sentences, but they are very real. You can use them anytime. Let's repeat them together. Say you. The two sit together on the bench. David tells Anna about his travels. He says, "I travel to many countries. I like to see new places." Anna listens carefully. She understands some words, but not all. Still, she nods and says, "That is nice." Sometimes, when Anna does not understand, she asks, "Can you repeat, please?" This is a very useful phrase for you to remember. Let's say it together. Can you repeat, please? Wonderful. If you learn only this one phrase today, you can already survive many conversations in English. As they talk, Anna feels more confident. She laughs a little. She even asks David, "Do you like food here?" David replies, "Yes, very much. The food is delicious." Anna smiles proudly. She has spoken more English in 10 minutes than in the past month. Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in a situation like Anna? Have you ever been shy but then surprised yourself when you finally spoke? Write in the comments and share your experience. I read every comment, and your story might inspire another learner watching this video. By the time David leaves, Anna feels different. She says, "Thank you for talking with me." David replies, Thank you too. Your English is good. Keep practicing. Those words stay in Anna's mind. Your English is good. Keep practicing. She writes them in her notebook. She smiles and thinks, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can really speak English. And that, my friends, is exactly what I want you to feel while watching this video. If Anna can do it, you can too. You do not need perfect grammar. You do not need thousands of words. You only need courage, a smile, and the habit of speaking a little every day. Now, let us continue the story of Anna and the red notebook. She held the notebook tightly in her hands, her heart beating a little faster. She was both excited and nervous. Should she open it? What if it belonged to someone important? But her curiosity was stronger than her fear. Slowly, she opened the first page. Inside, she saw handwriting. The words were simple, almost like a diary. The first line said, "If you find this notebook, it is for you." Read carefully, and you will discover something special. Anna's eyes widened. For her, English was not easy, but she could understand these simple words. She smiled. The story inside was written in clear, easy English, just like the lessons she was learning. She turned the page and began to read. The story inside started with another girl, just like her, named Lucy. Lucy lived in a small town. Every day, she walked to school along a quiet road, and every day, she wished she could speak English with confidence. Anna felt a connection to Lucy right away. She thought, this girl sounds just like me. As Anna read, she repeated some of the sentences softly to herself. She was practicing without even realizing it. Lucy goes to school. Lucy wants to speak English. Lucy is brave. Anna repeated the words, feeling stronger with every line. But then she stopped. She noticed something strange. At the bottom of the page, in small letters, there was a question written just for the reader. It said, "What about you? Do you want to be brave too?" Anna held her breath. It felt like the notebook was speaking directly to her. She whispered, "Yes, I want to be brave." The next page told Lucy's first challenge. At school, her teacher asked her to stand up and say one sentence in English in front of the whole class. Lucy was afraid. Her hands were shaking. Her heart felt heavy. But she remembered something her grandmother once told her. Fear is not real. It is only in your mind. So Lucy stood up and said clearly, "My name is Lucy. I want to learn English." The whole class clapped, and Lucy felt proud. Anna smiled as she read this part. She thought about her own fear of speaking English in front of people. Could she do the same? Could she speak with courage like Lucy? Anna turned another page and read more sentences. Each page seemed like a mix of story and practice. She repeated after the notebook, "I can speak English. I am learning. I will not stop." With every word, she felt more confident. Dear listener, as you hear this story, I want you to do the same. Repeat after me slowly. Say, "I can speak English." Say, "I am learning." And say, "I will not stop." Very good. This is how we grow stronger together. Anna read and repeated. The story of Lucy gave her hope. She realized that English was not just about grammar or vocabulary. It was also about courage, about believing in yourself. She touched the notebook gently, grateful for this gift. But the story was not finished. At the end of the notebook, there was another short message. Turn to the back cover if you want to know the secret. Anna's hands began to tremble. What secret could be waiting for her? Slowly, carefully, she closed the pages and flipped to the back cover. There, written in bold letters, was a single sentence. "Your journey begins now." Anna sat quietly, holding the notebook close. She did not know who left it, or why, but she knew it was meant for her. She felt ready to start her own English journey with more confidence than ever before. My friend, as you listen to Anna's story, think about your own journey. What is your secret? What is waiting for you when you choose to be brave? Before we continue, I would love to hear your thoughts. Tell me in the comments, what is one small English sentence you are brave enough to say today? It could be something simple like, "My name is Anna," or "I am learning English." Share it with me, and let us encourage each other. Now, let us follow Anna further. She decided that the notebook was not only a gift, but also a challenge. She wanted to find out who Lucy really was, and why this story was left for her to discover. And so, her adventure was just beginning. The sun was bright, the sky was clear, and Anna woke up with excitement in her heart. Today was the day she would finally start her new English class. She had been waiting for weeks, practicing small words at home, and telling herself, "I can do this." Anna stood in front of the mirror, brushed her hair, and whispered, "Good morning." She repeated it again, trying to make her voice strong. She wanted to be ready. She wanted to feel confident, but inside, she was still nervous. She remembered the times she tried to speak English before, and how her words felt slow and heavy. She worried she might make mistakes, but then she also remembered something important. Mistakes are part of learning. Her mother gave her a smile and said, "Anna, just try your best. No one is perfect. You are learning, and that is brave." Those words gave Anna the courage she needed. She grabbed her notebook, her favorite pen, and walked to school. The classroom was big and full of new faces. Students from different places sat together, all with the same dream: to speak English well. Anna sat in the second row, next to a girl with short black hair. The girl smiled and said softly, "Hi, my name is May." Anna took a deep breath, smiled back, and replied, "Hello, I am Anna." It was simple, but it felt like a big win. She had spoken English to someone new. The teacher walked in with a warm smile and said, "Welcome, everyone. My name is Mr. James. In this class, we will learn English through stories, because stories make learning fun, easy, and natural." Anna's eyes lit up. Stories. She loved stories. She thought maybe this would help her more than repeating grammar rules or memorizing long lists of words. The teacher started with a short, simple story. He spoke slowly and clearly. The story was about a boy who lost his hat in the wind and had to chase it through the park. The words were easy, but the way the teacher told the story made everyone laugh and listen. Anna followed each word carefully, writing down new phrases in her notebook. When the story ended, the teacher asked, "Who can tell me, where did the boy lose his hat?" Anna's heart raced. She knew the answer. She whispered to herself, "In the park." She wanted to say it out loud, but she felt the same fear again. What if she said it wrong? What if everyone looked at her? Then she remembered her mother's words. "Just try your best." Slowly, Anna raised her hand. Mr. James looked at her kindly. She opened her mouth and said, "In the park." The teacher smiled. "Yes, excellent." The whole class smiled with her. That small sentence gave Anna so much joy. She realized speaking English didn't have to be scary. It could even feel good. Later in the lesson, Mr. James taught them to shadow. He said, "Listen to me and repeat after me. Do not worry about being perfect. Just listen and speak." He said, "The boy lost his hat." The class repeated. He said, The wind was strong. "The class repeated," he said. He ran through the park. The class repeated. Anna repeated each line, her voice a little stronger each time. She liked the rhythm, the sound, and the feeling of speaking without overthinking. At the end of the class, "Mister," James said, "remember, every time you speak, you are building a stronger voice. Do not fear mistakes. Mistakes are your teachers." Anna walked home that day with a smile. She felt lighter, braver, and proud of herself. For the first time, she thought, maybe I really can speak English. Before we move to the next part of the story, I want to ask you something. Do you also feel nervous when speaking English? Just like Anna? If yes, leave a comment and tell me, I love reading your stories, and maybe I will use some of your experiences in my future videos. And if you are enjoying this story so far, please click the like button. It really helps support this channel. Anna sat at the kitchen table, staring at the little notebook she always carried with her. It was full of words she had learned, short sentences, and even small stories she had written herself. She opened it and saw one sentence she wrote months ago. "One day, I will speak English with confidence." She smiled. That day was not here yet, but maybe it was getting closer. That evening, her father asked her how her day was. She hesitated. She wanted to tell him about the conversation with her teacher and her dream of standing on stage. But part of her felt embarrassed. What if he thought it was silly? She looked at him and said softly, "I think I want to join the English club at school." Her father put down his teacup and looked at her with kind eyes. "That sounds like a good idea. Anna, you should try. You are braver than you think." His words touched her heart. Sometimes, hearing simple encouragement is enough to light a fire inside. The next day, Anna went to the English club after school. She almost turned back at the door, but then she remembered her father's words. She pushed the door open and stepped inside. There were 10 other students sitting in a circle, chatting in English. At first, she wanted to hide, but the teacher smiled warmly at her and said, "Welcome, Anna. Please sit down." The activity of the day was simple. Each student had to say their name, one thing they liked, and one dream they had. Anna's heart raced. She listened as the others spoke. "My name is Daniel. I like soccer. My dream is to visit the United States." Then another student said, "My name is Sarah. I like music. My dream is to be a singer." When it was her turn, Anna's palms were sweating. She took a breath and whispered, "My name is Anna. I like reading. My dream is to be a teacher." The group clapped politely. Anna felt a rush of relief. It was not perfect. Her voice was shaking, but she did it. She spoke. After the meeting, one of the girls came up to her and said, "Hey, I liked your answer. I also want to be a teacher. Let's practice together next time." Anna felt her heart lift. She was not alone. "Dear friends, can you see what happened here?" Anna did not wait until she was perfect to speak. She took a small step, and that small step opened a new door. Maybe you are waiting for the perfect time to speak English. But the truth is, the perfect time is now, even if your voice shakes, even if your words are not complete. Speaking is the only way forward. I want to ask you a question. If you were in Anna's place, standing in front of that circle, what would you say about yourself? Would you talk about your favorite food, your favorite hobby, or your dream? Think about your answer in English right now. Say it out loud if you can. This is why stories are powerful. They are not just about the characters. They are about you. When Anna speaks, she speaks for all of us who are afraid. And when she takes that small step, she shows us that we can too. As Anna walked home that evening, she felt lighter. The fear was still there, but something else had appeared too. Courage. She knew the journey would not be easy, but she also knew it had already begun. And friends, I want to remind you that your journey has already begun too. You are here, listening to this story in English. You are practicing. Every minute you spend here is a step forward. Before we continue with Anna's story, let me gently remind you, if this story is helping you, if it makes you feel more confident, please like this video, and if you want to follow Anna's journey and more stories like this, subscribe to my channel, Miss Puong English. Together, we will build your English step by step. Now, let's continue. The next week, Anna returned to the English club. This time, the teacher asked the group to do something a little harder. They had to work in pairs and ask each other questions. The questions were simple. What do you like to eat? What is your favorite movie? What do you want to do in the future? Anna's partner was the same girl who had spoken to her before. Her name was Layla. When Layla asked, "What is your favorite food?" Anna froze for a second. Then she remembered the words in her notebook and said, "My favorite food is pasta." Layla smiled. "Mine too." They laughed together. In that moment, Anna realized something important. Speaking English is not about being perfect. It is about connection. When we speak, we share something about ourselves, and that connection is what makes learning beautiful. Friends, I want you to try this too. Imagine I am asking you right now, what is your favorite food? Can you answer me in English? Say it out loud. Even if no one is listening, your own ears will hear your English voice, and that is powerful. As the club meeting ended, Anna felt proud. She had answered questions. She had laughed. She had connected. And slowly, she was starting to see herself not as a shy girl, but as someone who could grow, step by step. The morning sun shone softly through the curtains of Anna's room. She sat up in bed, stretched her arms, and smiled. Today felt different. It was the day she wanted to try something new. She had been learning English for some time, but she wanted to make it more exciting. She wanted to practice English with a story that could come alive as she spoke it. Anna opened her notebook. She wrote a sentence. A girl finds something unusual in her town. She looked at the sentence and whispered it aloud in English. She liked the sound of it. Then she continued. The girl's name is Emma. She is curious and brave. Anna repeated the words, practicing the rhythm of the sentences. The girl's name is Emma. She is curious and brave. She spoke slowly, clearly, almost like an actor on stage. She smiled to herself, thinking, this is fun. This is practice. But it feels like play. Emma, the character in Anna's story, lived in a small town with quiet streets and friendly neighbors. But one morning, Emma noticed something strange near the park. A small box was lying under a tree. It was old, dusty, and tied with a red ribbon. Anna stopped writing for a moment. She closed her eyes and imagined Emma walking toward the box. She imagined Emma's heart beating faster as she bent down to touch it. She whispered the sentence in English. Emma finds a box under the tree. Then she repeated it, letting the words roll off her tongue. She felt proud. Each word was simple, but together, they built something magical. When Emma picked up the box in the story, she noticed a note attached to the ribbon. It said, "Open me if you dare." Anna gasped softly as she wrote the line. Then she read it aloud. "Open me if you dare." The word sounded mysterious. The sentence was short, easy to say, but it carried so much meaning. This is what Anna loved about English stories. Even small words could create big feelings. She kept writing. Emma looked around the park. No one was there. The streets were quiet. The birds were singing in the trees. She held the box tightly in her hands and whispered, "Should I open it now? Or should I wait?" Anna read those words aloud too. "Should I open it now? Or should I wait?" She spoke slowly, clearly, repeating each part of the question. She realized she was not just learning words. She was learning to think in English, to imagine in English, to feel in English. Then she added another line to her story. Emma opened the box. Anna's voice grew louder as she repeated the sentence 3 times. Emma opened the box. Emma opened the box. Emma opened the box. Inside the box was a small, shining key. The key looked old, but it sparkled as if it was alive. Emma held it in her hand and wondered, what does this key open? Anna leaned back in her chair. She was smiling, enjoying every moment of this process. She was not just writing a story, she was living it. And she was practicing her English at the same time. She remembered something important. Speaking English is not about being perfect. It is about using it, playing with it, and feeling it in real life. A story makes that possible. A story gives life to words. Emma in the story now had a secret. She had a key, and she had to find out what it could open. Anna imagined her walking through the town, looking at doors, gates, and boxes. She imagined Emma whispering, "Does the key fit here? No. Does the key fit there? No." Each line was short, simple, and perfect for practicing. Anna repeated the sentences again, pretending she was Emma. She even acted out the scene, holding her pencil like it was the little key. And then something wonderful happened. Anna realized she had forgotten she was studying English. She was simply living in English. The story had pulled her inside, and the words came naturally. This is the secret to learning faster. When you enjoy the process, your brain opens up. You remember more. You practice longer. You feel confident. Anna looked at the page. She had already written so many sentences, and each one felt special. She whispered to herself, "I am improving. I am learning. I can do this." If you are listening to this story right now, I want you to know something. You can do exactly what Anna did. You can create small stories in English. You can speak them aloud. You can repeat them, enjoy them, and live them. You do not need perfect grammar. You do not need big, difficult words. What you need is practice, imagination, and courage. As Anna continued her story, Emma walked to the old library at the edge of town. The library was quiet, with tall windows and heavy wooden doors. Emma stood at the entrance and held the key in her hand. Could it be for this door? Anna smiled as she wrote the next line. Emma put the key into the lock. She whispered it, then repeated it again and again. Emma put the key into the lock. The sentence became smoother each time, easier to say, more natural. Anna could feel her confidence growing. She was speaking English freely, without fear, without worry. Just like Emma was opening the door to the library, Anna was opening the door to her English. If you are following this story with me, try repeating these sentences too. Say them out loud. Feel how simple they are, but also how powerful. And if you are enjoying this journey, let me know in the comments. Tell me if you are practicing out loud with me. I would love to know. And remember, your support means so much. When you like this video and subscribe, you help me bring you more stories like this one. Anna's story, of course, does not end here. The door of the library was about to open, and what Emma would find inside could change everything. Would you like to know what happens next? Stay with me, because the adventure is only beginning. and the English practice will become even more exciting. Have you noticed how sometimes the smallest stories carry the biggest lessons? This one is no different. We have followed Anna through her morning, her lost key, her unexpected kindness from Mrs. Green, and now her walk to school. But what happens when she finally arrives? Let's discover the final part of her journey together. Anna walked quickly toward her school. The building was tall and white, with many windows that shined in the morning sun. She felt a little nervous. She was late, and she didn't want her teacher to be upset. But at the same time, she carried a warm smile in her heart, remembering how Mrs. Green had helped her. When Anna entered the classroom, her teacher looked up. The teacher asked, "Anna, why are you late?" Anna took a deep breath. She wanted to tell the story in English because she had promised herself to practice more. Slowly, she began, "I lost my key. I was worried, but Mrs. Green helped me. She gave me another key." The class listened quietly. Anna's teacher smiled and said, "Thank you, Anna. That was very brave of you to tell us in English." The other students clapped softly. Anna felt proud. She had not only solved her problem, but also shared her experience in another language. At that moment, Anna realized something very important. Speaking English was like using a key. At first, it felt difficult. Sometimes, the key did not fit, or it was hard to turn. But if she practiced every day, the door would open. She would enter a new world full of opportunities, friends, and experiences. After class, Anna walked out with her best friend. Mia asked, "Are you okay now?" Anna laughed. "Yes, I was scared, but I learned something today. English helps me tell my story, and even when I make mistakes, people understand me." Mia nodded. "That is true. Let's practice together every day." As the two girls walked home later that afternoon, the sun was low in the sky. The world looked calm and bright. Anna held her new key tightly in her hand, but she also held something stronger inside her heart: confidence. She knew that challenges would come again, but she was ready to face them with courage and with English. Now, let me ask you, do you see yourself in Anna's story? Maybe you also feel nervous when speaking English. Maybe you sometimes lose your words, like Anna lost her key. But remember, every time you try, every time you speak one more sentence, you are turning the key. The door will open if you do not give up. So here is my message for you. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Every mistake is a step forward. Every word you speak is practice. Just like Anna, you can face your challenges and grow stronger each day. I would love to hear from you. Have you ever felt nervous when speaking English? Just like Anna, share your story in the comments. Your story may inspire another learner somewhere in the world. If you enjoyed this story and it helped you, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and join our community of learners. Here on Miss Puang English, we believe in learning through simple, clear, and powerful stories. And before we finish, I want you to repeat one sentence with me. Say it out loud, slowly. I am learning. I am improving. I am not afraid. One more time. I am learning. I am improving. I am not afraid. Remember, English is your key. Use it every day, and new doors will open for you. Thank you so much for watching and learning with me today. Keep practicing, keep believing, and I will see you in the next lesson.